Hello, everyone. My name is McKenna Kellums, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here alongside Coach Jacobs for the Thunderbirds boys baseball team. So, Coach, what's your strategy for this game today?
Win. It's a good one, right? Put balls in play, throw strikes. Do the simple things. We got third game of the week here. We've been playing a lot of baseball lately, so we got Pat Ramon on the mound today. So we give ourselves a good opportunity anytime he takes the mound. So we look for him to go deep, throw a lot of strikes, and go out and look for a win. That's the goal.
And then, what's something that your team needs to do today that they weren't able to do in the last game? I know you just had a game yesterday.
Score, make routine plays, and just be more aggressive. We got the ever-living dog poo kicked out of us yesterday, 16-1. That's the fun part about baseball. I get to bounce back and hopefully be on the other end of that one today.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Coach. My name is McKenna Kellums, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome to Thunderbird High School, where we have a 4A Skyline region matchup between the Barry Goldwater Bulldogs and the Thunderbird Titans. I'm Will Case alongside Jorge Montiel. Got a good one in store for us today, Jorge.
Yeah, Thunderbirds are looking to make right of the wrong in their last game, and Goldwater looking to get into the win column as well. Both teams want this matchup, and they're both ready to go.
Should be a nice one here today. A little bit windy, a little bit chilly here in Phoenix, Arizona, but both teams are ready to play, and we'll have that action for you here soon. As a preview into this 4A Skyline Region matchup is Barry Goldwater Bulldogs. They're hitting .310 as a team, getting on base 399% of the time, and their key stat is they have a 6.07 team ERA. So not the best for them, Jorge, but they're working with what they can. They got a small roster, but on the other side, the Titans team average of 296, on base percentage of 413, and a fielding percentage of 897, and their key stat is they have a 394 slug as a team. So both teams a little sloppy in the field, and we talked to both coaches pregame. They told us that they really want to keep things clean here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to need to. Obviously, we know in the game of baseball, it's a game of errors. The more errors you make, the less of a chance you have of winning this ball game. So keep the errors to a minimum, and they're both going to have a good shot.
So starting on the mound for the Titans will be Patrick Ramon, the senior, with a 2.51 ERA. He delivers a first pitch strike to the hitter for the Bulldogs, Donathan. Next pitch misses. Wisdom is the batter here for the Bulldogs, facing Ramon. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Good pitch there from Ramon.
Yeah, Ramon coming straight at the hitter. Not afraid to be aggressive in the strike zone. Count 1 and 2.
Ramon comes set, kicks and fires. Off speed is popped up. Will the third baseman have a play? No, ball lands, so we'll do it again at 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's an awkward pop fly. Good effort there by Kerr to come get that ball, but had little chance to get there.
Small foul territory here at the Thunderbird High School. Next pitch is swung on and missed. What a pitch by Ramon for the first out.
Yeah, you kind of got helped out there. Swung and missed at a high pitch. You want to lay off those typically, but it's his first at bat. But good pitching there by Ramon, coming straight at the batter and then finishing him off with the fastball.
Next hitter for the Bulldogs will be Braden Evgen, senior, playing shortstop today, hitting .448. So one of the bright spots here in the Bulldog lineup. First pitch from Ramon, misses high.
Yeah, you can tell he's locked in. He's not swinging any high pitches. Start off this at bat. He's looking for something in the zone. He's looking to drive it.
Ramon, the lefty, on the bump. Try to work a 1-2-3 inning. Next pitch is blooped into right field and caught by the second baseman, Sam. Good play there from Caleb Sam, the freshman, for the second out.
Yeah, he had an excellent read off that ball. As soon as the bat hit the ball, he moved to his left, tracked it down, edge of the dirt and outfield, and reeled that one in. Got a second out there, helping out his pitcher.
So 2 quick outs here from Ramon, and he'll face the 3-hole Noah Mayberry. Mayberry is the freshman starting for the Bulldogs on the mound. He's hitting 385. First pitch is fouled straight back off the catcher.
Yeah, you always like to see a pitcher that can pitch and hit. So he can help himself out here in this game if he continues hitting the way he's been hitting this season.
Yeah, and like I said, this Goldwater Bulldog team is not very big, so they kind of have to do it all. They only have everybody on their team hits, and they only have 4 guys, it looks like, that don't pitch. So everybody on their team's a two-way. Next pitch is lined into right field, past the glove of the first baseman. It'll be a knock.
Good read on that curveball. Drove it, and the first baseman just couldn't get there. 2 inches off, I would say. Almost made the play there, but good piece of hitting there.
Yeah, good effort there from Colasar at first base, but just outside of his outstretched glove, and Mayberry is on with two out. Excuse me. Pitch from Ramon is swung on and missed. He had him way out in front.
Yeah, Ramon doing an excellent job, really establishing his fastball and curveball, off-speed pitches as well. Looks locked in today.
The hitter for the Bulldogs is Connor Heather, the junior, hitting 300. Next pitch is way upstairs, counts 1-1.
The only thing I'm noticing from Ramon is he has a good pitch control so far, but the only thing is he's throwing the fastball a little high when he does miss.
Next pitch from Ramon gets Heather way out in front, counts now 1-2. Ramon can go anywhere here.
Heck of a pitch there, switching up the sequence. That's what you want to do as a pitcher. Never want to double up or triple up most of the time.
Ramon keeping these Bulldogs hitter off balance. The next pitch is a fastball grounded onto short. Coates has a play. He'll fire over to first and retire the side. So 1 hit for the Bulldogs. We'll head to the bottom of the first.
Hello, everyone. My name is McKenna Kellums, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here alongside Coach Flowers for the Goldwater boys baseball team. So, Coach, what have you been working on in practice that you hope to see in today's game?
A lot of the little things, playing catch, knowing where to go with the ball, communicating, just trying basics basically, and just start from there and take care of the easy plays.
All right. And then what is your strategy for today's game? I know you already kind of said working on those little things, but do you have any other kind of strategy for the game?
Well, we've been focusing on small ball, but depending on how the first inning goes and how we look and how we're playing and how we're hitting, that'll just kind of decipher which way we're going to go.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach. My name is McKenna Kellums, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Welcome back to the ballpark. So we have the bottom of the first inning. No runs for the Bulldogs in the top half. Starting pitcher for the Bulldogs is Noah Mayberry, the guy who just knocked a single. And we'll take a chance to talk about the Titans uniform here today. Usually they're blue and orange, but tonight they're rocking the black and yellow in an pediatric cancer awareness night. They call it Lace Up for Cancer here. They got the balloons everywhere. They're rocking the new jerseys. Everyone on the Titan team you'll see wear yellow laces. So real good stuff here out of the Thunderbird High School baseball program.
Yeah, almost everybody has been affected by cancer in some way, and the ultimate goal is to beat that. And the Thunderbirds sending that message out today in hopes of one day beating cancer and continuing that effort. Love to see it.
And you saw it out of the first batter. A couple of smiles as they walk up to the plate as the parents are picking the walk-up songs. First pitch is blooped over to down the right field line, and it'll get foul. First hitter for the Titans is Hunter Donathan, the sophomore's catching, hitting 205. And like I said, parents are picking the kids' walk-up songs today, so we'll see how that fares for them.
It's gonna be interesting. Imagine having your mom pick your walk-up song.
Right. Mayberry, a lefty on the mound, so 2 lefties for both sides. He kicks and deals. Pitch misses outside to Donathan, counts 1-1. And Donathan got an extra life there. He hit a little lazy fly ball foul down the right field line, and nobody really communicated. Ball dropped, so we'll do it again. Ball's fouled straight up, and that net definitely saves a couple outs.
Yeah, it's like instead of the ball bouncing off the net just swallows it up like it was spider web or something, and that's it.
Yeah, the net's definitely overhanging the field a lot, so any catcher pop-up is not a possibility here tonight. Next pitch is in the dirt to Donathan, counts 2-2.
So it's first batter. He's still trying to find his zone and find his groove here. We'll see if he can get it done, and that may be a telling story of this game.
Mayberry's 2-2 is in there for strike 3. Good pitch from Mayberry. Donathan goes down looking.
Yeah, Mayberry able to catch the bottom of the zone there. Good pitch there. Mayberry needed that pitch too. He was kind of struggling to find the zone, battled back, caught the bottom of the zone, and got his first out.
Yeah, good pitch from Mayberry to get the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Now he'll work with Andrew Cohill, and he'll drop in a curveball for strike 1. Cohill playing right field today. The senior's batting .357 on the year. Lefty on lefty action here early. Mayberry's pitch to him is in the dirt for a ball.
Yeah, Cohill is a very dangerous hitter with runners in scoring position. He's got 13 RBIs on the season already. So I look for him to hit in some guys if they can get on in front of him in this game.
Mayberry's 1-1 to Cohill. Just misses inside, counts 2-1. And yeah, it seems like a lot of major league teams, it's kind of trickled down. They're kind of starting to have their best hitter in that 2-hole spot. So we'll see what Cohill can do here. Next pitch misses outside, counts 3-1.
It's amazing how much influence the Major League Baseball has on college, high school, and even like the lower grade school leagues.
Cohill drills one up the middle. That'll be a base hit to get the Titans started here in the bottom of the first inning.
Good piece of hitting, threw his hands at it, right down to center field, past the pitcher and second baseman. So good piece of hitting there. That's a great song, gotta say. Sabotage by the BC Boys, one of my personal themes. So good choice there, whoever picked that song.
Whoever's parent that is, Jorge would like to give a shout out to if you're listening. But now up is Austin Coates. The senior's playing shortstop today, hitting .457. So this heart of the Titan order really gets it done.
Absolutely. Coates has 20 RBIs on the season, so even more dangerous with runners in scoring position.
First pitch gets away from the catcher. Throw down to second. Not in time. Cohill moves up to second base on the wild pitch from Mayberry.
Yeah, good read there by Cohill. Immediately started running as soon as that ball got past the pitcher, stealing second base. You know, the 90 feet makes a big difference in this game.
See if Coates can add another one to that RBI total. The pitch from Mayberry is in the dirt again. There he goes. Will Wisdom have it? He does not. He fumbles it behind the plate, so Cohill moves up to third now on 2 free bases.
Mayberry better watch himself before he starts doing Ricky Vaughn for Major League. Ball 4, ball 8, ball 12.
Bulldogs infield is in here. Next pitch misses outside to Coates. Counts 2-0. 3-0, excuse me. There were those 2 pass balls. Not a big backstop here either, so surprised that Cohill went on both of those. Next pitch misses low, and Coates will take his walk. It'll be first and third with 1 out.
You know, walking him is not necessarily a bad thing because, as I mentioned earlier, 20 RBIs, you really don't want to give him anything to hit with somebody on third. Plus, this sets up a double play possibility, although they don't. Well, they may need it. There was 2 out, now there's 1 out on the scoreboard, so.
Yeah, scoreboard was wrong. There was just the strikeout to begin the inning. Bulldog defense will play double play depth. Corners will play in. Mayberry looks to work out of a jam. Next batter for the Titans is John Paul J.P. Stewart. First pitch to him misses.
Yeah, Stewart gets the job done. 12 RBIs, 289 on the season. Not bad.
He gets the sign from his third base coach and head coach, Michael Jacobs. Next pitch to him. Misses low. Mayberry's lost the feel of the zone here a bit in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, good takes there by Stewart. You don't want to try to be an automatic hero. You want to wait for your pitch in the zone, drive it, help your guys out, and not try to do too much. And that's exactly what Stewart's doing right now.
Hitters count for Stewart. 2-0 pitch. Misses. That was a close one, but nonetheless, count moves to 3-0.
Yeah, good take there. Wonder if he's going to get the take all the way sign or he's going to get the green light.
Most certainly should have the take sign, and he does, and the pitch misses. So that'll load the bases as J.P. Stewart works a walk. So Cohill at third, who singled. Coates, who walked, will be at second, and Stewart, who just walked, will be at first as the bases are loaded here for the Titans in the first inning. And the young freshman Wyndham will go out to talk to his other freshman Mayberry pitcher, and he's in some trouble here in the bottom of the first early.
Yeah, they can really break it open right now. The Titans can break it open right now. Mayberry needs to find the zone. Again, just get a ground ball, you get a double play, and you get out of this mess. So it is still doable, but he needs to find the zone, get that ground ball, and get out of this inning before any damage is done.
So batting fifth for the Titans is Caden Latopoulos, the center fielder, hitting .250 this year. First pitch to him is in there for a strike.
Yeah, Latopoulos, we'll see what he can do in this at-bat. Doing what his teammates have been doing, taking bad pitches, so that's a good sign.
Next pitch is fouled back, counts 0-2. So this is what you want to see out of Mayberry after that mound visit from the catcher Wyndham, and let's see if he can get a good ground ball, possible double play, or even the strikeout here.
You know as well as I do, sometimes the catcher's speech can make a heck of a difference.
Next pitch is fouled straight back. Latopoulos was all over that one.
You just missed it by a hair. If you got a hold on that one, Mayberry could use a prayer with that ball.
Short field here at the home of the Thunderbird baseball. Only 362 to center, 343 in the gaps. Next pitch to Latopoulos is swung on and missed. He went with the heat there and blew it right by him.
Yeah, good pitch selection there. Gave him the fastball. He knew Latopoulos was going to swing at that one. And he got him to swing and miss. So 2 out now. Only needs 1 more. Let's see if he can get out of it. But Titans are threatening here.
It would be absolutely amazing if Mayberry can get out of this one. Bases loaded, 1 out with no damage is certainly what the Bulldogs need right here. Next batter is Evan Colasar for the Titans. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Colasar batting .275 on the year, playing first base. Just a sophomore, rocking that number 10 wide stance. See what he can do here with bases loaded and 2 outs. Next pitch. Misses low for a ball. He's had to count 2-0.
Yeah, he's got 13 RBIs on the season. He can add to that load right now if he can cash in on this at-bat.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Nothing ball game. Next pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Good block there from Wyndham to save a run.
Yeah, it's very important right now for him to block those balls. You don't want to let somebody steal home and give away a free run this early in this game, because in this game, momentum builds, and next thing you know, Mo Hill turns into a mountain.
Next pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now 2-2 with 2 outs, so 2s are wild here in the bottom of the first. Mayberry deals to Colasar and gets him. Strike 3. That clipped the corner, said home plate umpire. So Mayberry gets out of the jam here in the bottom of the first. Score still 1-1 as we head to the second. 0-0, excuse me.
Hello, this is Maya Perez from the Varsity Sports Show, here to give you a Phoenix Suns season recap so far. As of March 19th, 2025, the Suns hold a 33-37 record, placing them 10th in the NBA Western Conference. Early in the season, the Suns started off with a mix of wins and losses, struggling to find consistency. Then mid-season, they unfortunately went through a series of injuries and tough matchups that led to a challenging period for them, definitely impacting their standings. However, recently, the team has shown resilience, securing crucial victories in order to remain in playoff contention. 3 key players to all the victories: Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Grayson Allen. The remaining games are critical for the Suns, especially against teams like the Cavaliers, Bucks, and Celtics. Let's see how they do. This was Maya Perez for the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, Varsity Sports Show viewers. My name is Diego Iniguez with the show Diggy's Analysis, and on Friday, April the 4th at 6 p.m., I will be live only on Varsity Radio on live365.com. Tune in at 6 p.m. Mountain Time so I can talk with you about the Phoenix Suns and their late season push to make it to the 2025 NBA playoffs. I have been to every Suns home game except one over the past 2.5 years and have been waiting to give my analysis on this team and the unique challenges they face. Please tune in, and thank you very much for watching.
Welcome to the top of the second. Both teams put up zeros in the first. Ramon will go back to work.
Yeah, Ramon has been showing off his skill so far, showing why he has a 2.51 ERA. Did very well the last inning.
The batter for the Bulldogs will be number 20, Shane Robertson. Sophomore playing third base, hitting .273 so far this year. First pitch from Ramon. Misses high for a ball.
Yeah, Robertson hitting .273, as you said. Has scored 10 runs on the season, so if he gets on base, it's a good omen for Goldwater.
Next pitch misses up again. Ramon, 2 quick balls here to start the second inning.
Yeah, which I'm impressed by because, well, I'm not impressed, but shocked because he had such good control of his pitches in the first inning.
Next pitch is fouled straight back. Count moves to 2-1.
He kind of helped him out there with swinging at that high pitch, moving the count to 2-1.
Ramon comes set. He'll deliver his 2-1 pitch. Pitch is swung on and drilled in the 5-6 hole. What a play there from Coates. Will he get him at first? He does not. Wow. So
he made the turn.
Robertson reaches on a single. Fans think he made the turn, but he did not. Umpire calls him safe. So Robertson will get a single in that 5-6 hole. Good play from Coates, but they just couldn't get him out at first.
Yeah, Coates made an elite play there. You see that one in the major leagues all the time. He would have had him, but he just got in there, and the umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt by saying he didn't try to make a turn.
And not great base running from Robertson. He thought that ball got through, and they have him picked off. The throw to second is in time, and Robertson is retired on the base pass. So frustrating stuff for head coach Travis Flowers for the Bulldogs as they get a leadoff single, but then he's out on the bases.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Titans are going, sit down.
Yeah, not great base running like I was saying from Robertson initially. He thought that ball got through and rounded first base, but like you said, the umpire said he didn't try to go towards second and gets out on the next pitch anyways. And first pitch from Ramon to Estevan Blanco, the first baseman, is swung on and missed.
I mean, when you get an extra life like that and you get picked off the next pitch, that's absolutely crazy.
It's brutal. Blanco hitting .227 on the year. The pitch from Ramon is a curveball swung on and missed. He had him fooled there.
That was nasty pitch right there. I saw the movement on that. It dropped down at least 3 feet. That was very nice pitch there by Ramon. Had him dead to rights.
Yeah. So Ramon way ahead in the count here, 0-2 with 1 out. He'll look for another quick inning here in the second, like he did in the first. Next pitch misses upstairs.
Yeah, so Ramon's staying aggressive, staying confident, especially since that pickoff. I think that really helped his psyche in this inning.
Pitch to Blanco's another curveball in the dirt. Good block there from Donathan, but no swing from Blanco, so counts 2-2.
You can do it right now. You've got a good opportunity.
His curveball is dangerous. He's just throwing it a little short right now. Catcher can't quite get to it. So if he wants to make that pitch effective, he's going to have to get those extra 2 to 3 feet on it.
Wouldn't be shocked if we see it here again. Next pitch. It's a fastball that misses up. Counts full.
You know, good takes there by Blanco. You know, he was down. Now it's a full count. So he's locked in this at bat.
Ramon comes set. The payoff pitch is skied into left center field. Center fielder Latopoulos is back on it, and he retires Blanco for the second out.
Yeah, good read by Latopoulos, getting under that ball, routine play in center field. Getting the ball back to his pitcher, Ramon, with 2 out now.
And Coach Jacobs said in his pregame interview that they just need to really clean things up, does this Titans team. So that's a good sign. Latopoulos making a routine play for the second out here in the second. Next batter for the Bulldogs is number 4, Ashton Thomas. The freshman swings and misses at the first pitch.
Yeah, Ashton Thomas, he's a freshman, but he's been struggling at the plate lately. 0.167 batting average, so looking to bump up those numbers in this game.
Yep. Thompson only hitting 167. He'll sky a ball down the first base line and just out of the reach of the first baseman, Colasar. And like you said, Thompson only a freshman, playing second base today with that 167 average and a 6.18 ERA on the mound. So tough first year for him, but he'll look to grow into his body a little bit more and certainly be a good player for the rest of his varsity career.
Yeah, because it's impressive to be on varsity as a freshman.
Right, next pitch is dribbled on over to short. Coates has a play. He throws on to first and retires Thompson for the third out. So Ramon works a 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the bottom half.
What's going on, Varsity Sports Show fans? My name is Jorge Montiel, and this Monday, March 31st, I'll be going live with my show, Montiel's Moment, and I'll be talking about upcoming WrestleMania event for the WWE, all the biggest matches. I will also be talking about MLB early picks, who's going to come on top of the divisions. So if you're interested, join me this Monday, March 31st at 7 p.m. I'll see you then.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to Thunderbird High School, where we have more action in the bottom of the second. Ramon's working quick out there for the Titans.
Yes, he is. Got those 6 quick outs, I would say. I think he gave up 1 hit to this point. Mayberry, on the other hand, he's got the same result. Putting up zeros, struggle a little bit more, but doesn't matter how you do it. It's just how you get the job done. 0-0 right now, and that's where we're at.
Exactly, 0-0 ball game. Mayberry's thrown a lot more high-intensity pitches through his first inning, but let's see if he can work a clean one here in the second, as the first batter for the Titans will be number 1, Caleb Kerr. Senior's playing third base today, struggling a bit this year, batting .077 so far. So let's see if he can turn things around here against Mayberry.
Yeah, it only takes 1 game to get that guy's confidence back and get the ball rolling at the plate.
First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1.
So the thing I'm seeing right away is if he stays within the zone, I feel like he'll have a better shot at the plate. You want to swing at low pitches or high pitches.
Next pitch to Kerr is fouled straight off the cap of the bat. Catcher had no idea where that one was, but it went straight back.
Or you could just swing at the high.
So Mayberry way ahead in the count, 0-2. See if he tries to get Kerr off balance. Nobody out in the second. The pitch from him did look like a bit of an off-speed pitch, missed way up and outside. Counts 1-2.
Yeah, the release point was not right on that one. He released that one way too early, and it was a high ball as a result.
Mayberry looked out of sorts on that one, but his next pitch to Kerr is in there for strike 3. The Bulldogs will throw it around, but nonetheless, Kerr's the first out via the strikeout.
I will say what Mayberry is doing very effectively here is working top, bottom, and sides. He's not just sticking to one area. He's doing a good job of playing with the whole strike zone and giving batters a different look.
Yeah, he's really established that outside corner here so far. 4 strikeouts here early, and 3 of them are looking. Pitch from Mayberry's inside to Eli Gutierrez.
Yeah, Mayberry telling Gutierrez to back off the plate with that first pitch.
Next pitch misses for a ball. Counts 2-0. Next pitch from Mayberry. Catches the outside corner. Counts 2-1.
Yeah, Mayberry, the only thing he can improve on to this point is his pitch economy. I feel like it's very important for this team. You don't want to overthrow, especially as you mentioned, they have a really small roster compared to other teams.
Next pitch is in the dirt. Gutierrez is way ahead in the count, 3-1. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and this is actually the pitcher, Patrick Ramon, who's swinging. Ramon's hitting 286 on the year so far. The senior is doing a good job on the bump so far for the Titans. Next pitch from Mayberry. It's popped up. Let's see if the third baseman has a play. It does stay in, but Robertson does not have a play on it, so count is still 2-2.
Every time there's a pop fly, I get scared for these parents.
Yeah, small foul territory here. Parents all lined up on the fence.
The last thing you want to see is someone get plopped in the head with a freaking ball.
The payoff pitch is in there for strike 3. That's another strikeout looking, and Mayberry's really settled in here in the second.
Yeah, striking out his counterpart there. He's all like, we in this one. We're competing tonight. You're not getting a hit off me. There's always that mentality when pitchers are going up against each other at the plate and on the mound.
Certainly a competition, little game within the game. Mayberry and Ramon are playing as they're both hitting. Mayberry's pitch misses. This is number 21, Caleb Sam. He's rocking number 38 today. Maybe it's those new jerseys, not too sure, but.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next pitch is drilled into left field. Left fielder comes in, and he has a play. So good inning there from Mayberry. Quick 1-2-3, 2 strikeouts. We'll head to the bottom of the second.
Hi, my name is Daniel Cadena, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. Today I got the opportunity to talk with Jace Cobalt. He's a personal trainer at the North Rec Center here on the U of A campus. I showed you a video of someone of smaller stature, and they were listing out the number of weight that they were doing, and I had asked you, hey, is this impressive? And you, before you even saw the number, you're like, any weight is impressive.
Yes.
Could you elaborate on that?
If you're interested in fitness and you go to the gym and you pick up a dumbbell, already you're doing more work than most people with a gym membership. The fact that you're there lifting in the first place is impressive. I started out working out with my parents on weekends, and eventually I wanted to start being more consistent because I fell in love with it. There's a notice for people who wanted to get personal training that there was a shortage of personal trainers at the U of A, and I was like, maybe I could help.
Powerlifting competitions.
The very first kind of fitness influencer that I followed was a guy named Jeff Nippard. He was 5'5", super jacked. I saw oh man, a person of my size can lift an insane amount of weight. That's awesome. I want to do that. The weight that you lift, at least for me personally, in a competition, is secondary to the amount of attempts that you successfully do. So for squats, you got to get your hip crease below your knee joint. Deadlift, hoist the weight, and you gotta hold it there for I think about a second, because if your grip slips when you finish the lift, all 3 red lights.
Green flags for a personal trainer, and some red, not so great.
Red to beige, yeah. Green flags, always engage with the client. A trainer who isn't looking out for their client's safety, I think, major red flag. The client isn't supposed to build around you. The trainer is supposed to build around their client.
That's all for today. This is Daniel Cadena reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to the ballpark. 0-0 game through 2. We'll head to the third. Ramon out there for his third inning of work.
Yeah, Ramon doing an excellent job so far. Not a lot of waste pitches. He's been very fuel efficient here in his pitch count, which is what you want to see from your starting pitcher. Go deep into games, hopefully get to all 7, and not use your bullpen.
First batter for the Bulldogs is Jesus Bastidos. First pitch is cut on and miss for a strike. Bastidos, the junior, playing left field today, just made that last out in the bottom of the second. He's hitting 182 so far. Next pitch is lined into center field. Latopoulos, diving catch for the first out. What a play by Latopoulos to save a base hit.
Yeah, doing his best Cody Bellinger iteration over there. Read that ball perfectly, came in about 10 steps, tracked that ball, dove, caught it, saved his team an out.
Latopoulos has been all over the place here early on, but first out for Ramon, and like you said, he's been getting quick outs here so far in this game. So he'll now face the 9-hole Xander Spadell, rocking that number 15. He'll square around a bunt and foul it straight back. And Spadell's not on our rosters here on Max Preps, so don't have much on him, but wearing some nice pink batting gloves. Looks like we're going to call him Skittles here today. He's got pink batting gloves, yellow helmet, which is obviously the team helmet, but orange bat.
Is there a pink Skittle? I wasn't aware of that. I don't think there is.
Ground ball to third base, doesn't make the play. Shortstop gets it, fires on over to first, and he looked like he pulled him off the bag, but first base umpire says he's out. So another great play by Coates. Looked like Kerr, the third baseman, was going to grab that one, but Coates in the hole, makes the backhand play and throws it on to first to retire Spadell.
Yeah, at this point, if I'm on the Goldwater team, I'm making a mental note. I'm not hitting it to Coates because it's a guaranteed out at this point.
Yeah, beautiful play by the shortstop Coates there for the second out. Ramon is dealing now as he'll face the top of the lineup again. And first pitch is sky high. Who's going to want it? Ramon calls it and gets it. So a great inning of work for Ramon as he puts up another 0, and we'll head to the bottom of the third.
This is Matthew Singer from Arizona State University reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. As the college hockey season comes to a close, one story stands out above all else. The Arizona State hockey team in their first year of NCHC play has already reached the semifinals in the NCHC tournament. Arizona State can earn an NCAA tournament automatic bid by winning the NCHC tournament. Last weekend, Arizona State upended the University of Minnesota Duluth. Despite reaching the semifinal game on Friday the 21st against Denver, and if they reach the championship game either North Dakota or Western Michigan, Coach Greg Powers' team is hungry for more, and they definitely should be. Without winning the NCHC tournament, Arizona State is in limbo when it comes to making its first appearance in the NCAA tournament as a non-independent school. They are currently 15th in the pairwise rankings. They could theoretically make it as a wild card to the NCAA tournament, but the odds are certainly against them. But if they don't make it and lose in the semifinals or championship, fans should still be proud of what this team has accomplished. Coach Greg Powers has willed this team to a 23-13-2 record and has silenced the doubters over the last couple months. Recovering from a 1-4-1 start makes this even more of a miraculous turnaround for the program. Regardless of the outcome of this weekend's game, he has done exactly what Kenny Dillingham did to the football program at Arizona State, and that is make it relevant again. For the Varsity Sports Show in Arizona State University, I'm Matthew Singer.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, where we're just chugging along here, Jorge. We got a quick one on our hands. A lot of zeros so far. Once to the bottom of the third, Mayberry in his third inning of work. He'll face the top of the lineup in number 17, Hunter Donathan. Struck out looking his first time. See what we have in store here in the third.
Mayberry Ramon in a bit of a pitcher's duel here, which you don't see often in high school baseball. Usually you see the ball getting knocked around like it was a boxing match, but no, they've done a good job locating pitches well in the corners and giving batters different looks and choosing their pitches efficiently and, strategically. That way they're not giving up a bunch of hits. So credit to Mayberry and Ramon in this game.
All right, and this is exactly what you want to see. This is the Titans' third game this week, so probably have a bit of a shortage of arms, so this is exactly what you need out of Ramon. And both teams, the Titans 4.82 team ERA and the Bulldogs 6.07, so both pitchers really locking it down here. Bit unusual. First pitch, Mayberry to Donathan, dribbled on over to first. Pitcher has to get over, and he does so not in time. So Donathan will reach on a single as Mayberry was late to get over. First batter of the inning on first base.
Yeah, Hunter Donathan showing off his speed. The guy has stolen 7 bases in this season so far. So showing off the wheels, and that's exactly how speed helps you out in this game, kids.
And a bit unusual from Donathan. He's doing the catching today. Usually you correlate catchers with being slow, but Donathan hustled over there as Mayberry was late to get over. First pitch scored around a bunt. There goes Donovan trying to show off that speed, and he's hosed. Did he apply the tag? Yes, he did. So the freshman Wyndham catcher guns Donovan on the base pass for the first out, and Mayberry gets that out back.
Yeah, I think maybe they did the read up on him because maybe they saw that he stole 7 bases and they're like, you know what? Not today.
Next pitch is fouled back.
Nailed him at second. It was even close.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a delayed steal or something was wrong there, but Donovan was hung up on the base pass, so he just went. Count is 1-1 on Cohill, who singled in his first at bat. Next pitch, a curveball, bit of a sword there, but swung on and missed. Count 1-2.
He was playing Fruit Ninja with that swing.
Yeah, couldn't really make up his mind to swing or not, but he does. So Mayberry's ahead in the count. His next pitch misses outside, counts even at 2.
So that's what you like to see, though. Good batter, good pitcher, locked in a good fight right now. Neither one giving in.
Mayberry's next pitch is a curveball blooped over to third, caught by Robertson for the second out.
Yeah, that was another half swing. Didn't go full throttle on that one, and he just popped out basically to third.
So Mayberry's got these Titans hitters all out of whack here in the bottom of the third. Let's see how Austin Coates, the Gold Glove shortstop so far this game, will fare against Mayberry.
Yeah, Coates has done a heck of a job at his position. He's just been putting outs up like crazy, saving his pitcher's arm.
Coates walked in the first inning, and he'll take first pitch ball here in the third.
So Coates is, he's very dangerous on both sides of the ball.
Next pitch is swung on and missed. Healthy cut there from Coates.
20 RBIs. He was hitting 457 coming into this game, and then we've seen his defensive prowess in this game. So very dangerous player, great asset for Thunderbird High School team.
The next pitch is in the dirt, off the umpire. Coates will hand it to Wyndham and give back to Mayberry. Counts 2-1.
Yeah, showing a little class there. A lot of batters would just be like, you know what, you pick it up.
So 2-1 count on Coates here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 0-0 ball game. Next pitch is drilled over to shortstop. Shortstop makes the play and throws it on to first for the third out. So we're moving along quickly. Another 0 for Mayberry. We'll head to the fourth.
Hi, I'm Connor Palak from Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. This weekend, the Arizona State baseball team returns home to host the Kansas Jayhawks for their first ever home Big 12 baseball series. This past weekend, the Sun Devils traveled to Fort Worth, Texas to take on TCU and ended up winning the series 2-1, including having an absolutely dominant performance offensively in Game 2 with a 26-9 victory. They then followed that up with a very tight 12-11 win to close out the series. That secured their first conference series win as members of the Big 12 Conference. This weekend, the Devils will look to continue that as they come back to Tempe to host the Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas enters with an impressive 17-4 record and also won their first conference series last weekend as they played against Baylor in Lawrence. However, the Jayhawks have dropped 2 straight, losing Game 3 of the series to Baylor, as well as dropping their midweek game against the University of Arizona. The Sun Devils also fell short in their midweek matchup, losing 6-3 as they played host to former conference opponent in the Pac-12, USC. Now, ASU's ace Ben Jacobs will look to get back on track to open the series after he suffered his first losing decision of the year against TCU. It should be an exciting series as both teams look to improve on their conference records. Arizona State will look to continue their winning ways and stay towards the top of the Big 12 standings. Once again, from Arizona State University, I'm Connor Palak, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to Thunderbird High School as we're getting going right away. First pitch to Evgen was a ball, counts 1-0. Ramon back out for his 4th inning of work. Next pitch is in there for a strike, counts 1-1.
Yeah, Ramon's done a heck of a job at the mound so far. I keep saying that every inning because it's true. He has not made a lot of errors in this game.
And these innings just keep flying by. Already in the 4th here. Next pitch to Braden Evgen is popped up. Second baseman has a play. That's Sam, and He'll get the first out. Caleb Sam retires Evgen, and Ramon keeps dealing here.
Yeah, Caleb Sam basically doing a testimonial as to why it's important to wear shades out there on the field.
Sun was straight in his eye. It looks like all these Titan players, at least most of them up the middle and on the right side of the infield, have sunglasses on as the sun is blaring in their eyes. As next batter is the pitcher for the Bulldogs, Noah Mayberry. He singled in his first at-bat, doing a stellar job on the mound. He takes first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, trying to help his case here in this game, trying to hit off of his counterpart in this game. Both men doing great job of pitching.
Mayberry got the best of him last time. Next pitch is just outside, misses. Counts 2-1. 2-0, excuse me.
And you can tell he just wants it so bad. He wants to hit off of his opponent.
Trying to help himself out here as the rest of the Bulldog lineup has gone fairly quietly. Next pitch is a huge cut, swung on and missed. Counts 2-1.
Yeah, he was swinging for the fences on that one, but not the pitch to do it on.
2-1 count with one out here. Next pitch is too low. Counts now 3-1. Mayberry's been patient so far.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do. Let the pitcher come to you. Don't help the pitcher out. That's what you see a lot of. You got pitches way out there or way up here, and they're still swinging at him. Like, you're just helping the pitcher.
Mayberry trying to get the rally started. Swings at a pitch at his neck, and it's popped up to third base. The shortstop, Coates, calls it, and he's really taking command of that infield as he gets the second out here in the fourth.
Yeah, Coates has done a heck of a job hanging everybody up to dry as Coates. We've seen him make stellar plays all game, so a little pop-up ain't gonna be a big problem for him whatsoever.
Next batter for the Bulldogs is Connor Heather. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He'll face Ramon here for the second time. First pitch is a curveball way outside. Good take there from Heather.
Yeah, like I said, right now when a pitcher's dealing like this, you want to get the best possible option to hit. Help yourself out, get ahead in the count.
Next pitch is drilled into left field. Caught on a line by the left fielder, Stewart. So another quick one for Ramon. So we'll head to the bottom of the fourth.
Hello, Varsity Sports Show viewers. I'm Nia Jackson with the show Nia Sideline Report. I'll be going live on Tuesday, April 1st at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, only on Varsity Radio on live365.com. We will be talking about the ongoing March Madness tournament as well as the current NBA standings and the upcoming playoff picture. Be sure to tune in once again on Tuesday, April 1st at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, only on Varsity Radio at live365.com.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Welcome back to high school baseball here on Varsity Sports Show. I'm Will Case alongside Jorge Montiel here for the bottom of the fourth inning. Mayberry out for his fourth inning of work. These innings keep on just flying by.
Yeah, Ramon and Mayberry doing a heck of a job all game, making good pitches in key situations, not letting the hitters get much of anything done in this game. Aces, both of them in this game.
Leading off for the Titans in this fourth inning will be J.P. Stewart. He walked his last at-bat. One of the few base runners here against Mayberry so far. First pitch of the inning. Swung on and missed. That was a healthy cut there from Stewart, and it looks like he wants that pitch back based on his reaction.
Yeah, he was like, I just missed it. I want that one back, because opportunities like that with Mayberry have been few and far between.
Next pitch is grounded on over to third. Gets under the third baseman Robertson's glove. And that was a tough play. Not sure if they're going to rule that a hit or an error, but Certainly one that Robertson wants back.
A good piece of hitting there and good base running there. Even when he got to first base, he didn't take it for granted. He made that turn, thought about two, making the fielders panic and get that ball in. So good all around in that at bat.
Stewart was hustling hard out of the box. Next pitch is bunted. It's going to be a tough play for the catcher Wyndham. He'll pump fake, and that'll be a base hit for Latopoulos. That was a tough play for Mayberry and Wyndham. Beautiful bunt there from Latopoulos.
Yeah, that was picture perfect. And you don't see a lot of good bunts in baseball these days. Everybody's like, oh, I want to swing out of my shoes and hit it out the stadium.
Yeah.
Back to the basics there, and that's what happens when you have the fundamentals down. Now you got first and second, opportunity to score. Thunderbird Titans have a good chance here against Mayberry.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Colasar lay down a bunt, and he offers that one. That'll be strike one. And so the Titans playing a little bit of small ball here. It looked like Latopoulos was bunting for a sacrifice, but it turned out to be a beauty, and he earns himself a single. And now Colasar will try to move both runners over. Let's see if he bunts again now with one strike on him. He squares around. Pitch misses high, counts 1-1.
Yeah, the only thing about bunting is you want it to be a surprise when the defensive team, especially the pitcher, knows it's coming. They're going to make it harder for you to try to do it.
And in this situation, Colasar is most certainly laying one down to sacrifice, so he'll try to lay one down the third base line. See if he scores around here again. He does, but the pickoff to second first is not in time. Stewart was in there standing. Smart play there from Mayberry. You know, he's only a freshman, but he's got a lot of baseball knowledge. Tried to get Stewart with that big secondary. Stewart doing a good job of seeing ball down. Next pitch, squares to bunt again. Ball misses. Throw down to second from Wyndham. Not in time. Nicely knocked down there from Thompson. That could have been trouble.
Yeah, Thompson was giving him the shrug like, what are you doing? He's almost lost that ball twice now. And the last thing you want to do is be the guy that misses the ball and it goes into center field and the opposing team gets an extra base on you because of it.
So Colasar, who struck out looking in his first plate appearance, ahead in the count 2-1. Next pitch is squared around to bunt again. Mayberry, another ball. And I must say, as a pitcher myself, it's always tough when that batter shows the bat over the strike zone. It's always just kind of mind games. So can't really blame Mayberry here, but he's just got to tell himself, throw it to the bat. He's trying to get himself out. He's trying to sacrifice himself. He'll take the out. Next pitch is squared around to bunt, and it's popped straight up. It's the last thing you want to see. Catch is made by the catcher Wyndham, and that's brutal stuff there from Colasar.
Yeah, Colasar, I'm sorry, but on that attempt, it seems like he just halfway gave up. It's like he just threw it out there. You didn't see much effort on that one as the previous bunt attempts.
So Colasar pops up to the catcher Wyndham for the first out. And that is frustrating stuff for third base coach Michael Jacobs. He was just trying to give himself up and move those runners over, but now with one out, let's see what the Titans do. Batter's Caleb Kerr. He swings at a pitch at his neck. There goes the runner, and he's dead in the water, and Stewart is out. And this Titan team has not ran the bases very well here so far.
Honestly, I can't believe what I just saw. I mean, the guy was out by 1.5 miles. He tried to do a swim move midair, and that didn't go very well. And against Mayberry, again, who's been on, you have an opportunity like this. You have him on the ropes, and you squander it. It's going to come back to bite you.
Next pitch from Mayberry misses. Now 2 outs in the inning. A couple of them, I mean, basically just, you could call them mental mistakes. I mean, popping the bunt up and running into an out at third, check on the runner on first. Not in time. It's brutal, brutal stuff, and like you said, they really need to capitalize off Mayberry. He's been grooving here so far, and this was finally the inning to break it open, and I don't know if the Titans are going to be able to anymore. Next pitch is fouled straight back, counts now 2-1.
Yeah, you were talking about how head coach Michael Jacobs was talking about how his team needs to keep the mental errors at bay, not commit them, play clean ball, and they're going to have a good game. Well, we're seeing the complete opposite of that right now on the base pass. And, you know, it's got to be frustrating.
It's really frustrating, I'll tell you that. Mayberry, who struck Kerr out in his first at-bat, does it again. No? Yes? Yes. That should be the third out of the inning. That was definitely strike 3. Not really sure what's going on here. That was, I thought that was strike 3. I thought that was out number 3. But third base coach Michael Jacobs will come talk to Kerr. Not really sure what we just saw there.
I don't know, man, but Kerr is turning into a cat with 9 lives out there.
Yeah.
Again, this is a good opportunity to score on Mayberry because they're going to get a lot of opportunities like this as we've seen in the game. So if I were him, I would just try to sell it. Yeah, it's just strike 2. I don't even talk about.
So the Travis Flowers, the Bulldog coach, will come out and talk to the umpire. And like I said, I was pretty confident in that being a strike 3. So not really sure if the home plate umpire lost count or it looked like everybody kind of lost count there.
You're trying to make yourself look good, Will.
I don't know.
Nah.
Umpire's going to come talk to the home book, see what count they had. Obviously, they're going to say there's only 2 strikes. I mean.
Well, folks, 2-2, I guess is what we're going to keep it as, and that's what it's going to be. And Mayberry will get back on the mound. We'll see how he reacts to this situation because I'd love to be in his head right now. You think you got 3 outs. Guess what? They tell you got 2 now, so.
Let's see where Mayberry goes. There goes the runner from first. Ball swung on to second base. Thompson cannot knock it down. The runner will move up to third. So a single from Caleb Kerr after some confusion if he struck out or not. He uses those 9 lives to perfection and shoots a single past the second baseman Thompson. It'll be first and third here with 2 outs now in the bottom of the 4th.
Isn't it so apropos that Patrick Ramon comes up here with a chance to score against his counterpart, Mayberry? Mayberry's had his number the whole game, though, but Ramon, if he gets his hit, nobody's going to care about this previous at-bats. It's all about this moment right now.
So he'll deal to Ramon. There goes the runner to second. They'll just let him have it.
He's on second base now.
As they didn't want any set play to let that runner go home, so they'll let the runner go to second. Next pitch to Ramon is blooped. Shortstop has a play. That's Evgen. He'll throw to first and get Ramon for the 3rd out. So nothing doing here for the Titans after a little bit of confusion. Another 0 for Mayberry. We'll head to the 5th.
Drives inside, loses the ball.
From Vince, I don't know how he does it. Everything that he's doing with so many different schools, all the equipment that he has, just everything that he's put together really all by himself. I have so much respect for everything that he's set up, and giving us the opportunity to do this has been great. And because if I didn't do this, not sure how I would really get into this field. So for Vince, just the amount of respect I have for what he does and how he was able to set everything up has been amazing.
Going the extra mile like he does, I mean, sometimes, I think that's important to do, going the extra mile with stuff, and try, even though this is, not ESPN or one of these bigger companies, kind of to have that mindset when it comes to a broadcast. We're trying to, just knowing on this level that the expectation is being a professional and acting like it. And, there's obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but, just the importance of, doing your best work and that, you could always be better.
We started with, here in Arizona at least, we started with probably testing out a live stream with 5 football games in 2019. 2020, which was ultimately was the start of the pandemic, we grew and we added probably close to 30 games that year. 2021, we doubled to 60. 2022, we did 100. This year, we're on track to do 130. It means everything to me. It's not just about me. It's about the students that we showcase, both in front of and behind the microphone. It's not about just broadcasting games, but it's about providing a platform to our student interns to give them an opportunity to grow, to practice their trade, to move on once they've mastered these skills here in broadcast journalism as well as.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Ramon out on the mound again. First pitch is in there for a strike. to Shane Robertson, who singled his last at-bat.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Ramon had an opportunity to cash in on an RBI, couldn't do it. That whole inning, a half inning, was a disaster.
Next pitch is flied into right field, and it's a can of corn. Cohill
Because
gets the first out of the inning.
I gotta tell you, head coach Michael Jacobs has such patience, because I know coaches that would turn as red as my hydro flask right here. After that kind of half inning, they thought there were a couple evil Knievels out there, and they got caught, and that was that.
Next hitter's Blanco. He's first pitch swinging. Ball's over to Kerr. Hit comes out of his glove. Throw to first is in the dugout.
Lord.
He fired that one into the Bulldog dugout. So
he could have taken somebody's head off with that. Let me tell you.
So Blanco will reach on the E5 from Kerr. Messed up on the ground ball and the throw. Nonetheless, Blanco will be at second with only one out against Ramon.
It's a classic case. You bobble the ball, you scramble to try to get it back, and then you launch it into your own dugout.
So now the second baseman, Ashton Thomas, will stride in. He grounded out to short. He was one of Coates' victims earlier. He's been a real stud at short. First pitch is bunted and missed. He offered to bunt and stabbed at it, which is number one rule you don't want to do when you try to bunt.
Yeah, no, the worst thing you do is stab at it, because more oftentimes than not, you're going to miss and look foolish up there.
So Blanco at second with one out here in the top of the fifth. 0-0 ball game. For those of you just joining us, Ramon in his fifth inning of work, he'll deal. Curveball's in the dirt to Thompson. Good block there from Donathan to keep the runner at second.
Yeah, that was smooth as butter right there. He blocked it, popped it up right into his hand, looked at second base like, go ahead, try it.
Runner on second is Estevan Blanco. He'll take a lead. Ball's bunted from Thompson. It's going to be a tough play for Ramon. He'll flip it on to first, and it's in time for the second out, but Thompson moves Blanco over to third with two outs, so gets a bit of a job done. He'll get some high fives as he'll try to drive in this runner with two outs.
Ramon did a heck of a job there, chased that ball down, composed himself, delivered it to the first baseman, getting the second out instead of making an error like somebody else on the field and, preserving another out. But so now all the pressure's on the batter right now. Ramon has to keep doing what he's been doing, which has been an excellent pitcher.
Bastidos, the batter, he'll foul off the first pitch.
And if he continues to be an excellent pitcher in this game, he should be able to get out of this situation here.
Ramon is really taking control of this game. Mayberry's been in some trouble on the other side for the Bulldogs on the mound, but he's escaped every jam, 4 scoreless so far. He'll most certainly be out there for the bottom of the fifth, especially if they can drive this run in here. Next pitch to Bastidos is swung on and missed. He had him fishing, and Blanco was way down the line, but the catcher Donathan did not even take a look, so keep an eye on that if something fishy goes on this next pitch. Count is 0-2, though, with two outs.
It's that old adage, worry about the guy at the plate. There's two outs. Forget the runners.
Ramon, the lefty, deals, misses upstairs. Donathan took an extra look at Blanco that time.
Yeah, I think he's getting annoyed with that now. I saw the look in his eyes, just like, okay, we get it.
Ramon comes set, looking for a strikeout of Bastidos. Pitch is skied into center field. Latopoulos has a play, and he'll come up firing, even though it's the third out. So another good inning of work for Ramon, another 0. We'll see if the Titans can put up any runs in the bottom of the fifth.
Hi there, I'm Savannah Judnich, and I will be reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, and attend UNLV as a senior studying journalism and media studies. I have really gotten into sports. Some of my experience includes this article about the Vegas Thrill. I have furthered my knowledge with audio by co-hosting a podcast last semester all about marketing and public relations. I hope to continue my studies not just in writing but audio knowledge throughout the course of the semester. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Bella Casey, and I am very excited to be one of the new interns for the 2024 fall season. As a person who has grown up playing and watching sports, I know the hard work and determination it takes to be an athlete. So whether it's on the field, court, or track, I love competition, and I'm very thrilled to be able to give you an inside look during this season. Make sure to stay tuned and stay connected to the Varsity Sports Show for all the latest sports news.
Hi, I'm James Copeland, and I am a junior at Arizona State University at Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications. I am a sports journalism and political science major, and I will be interning for the Varsity Sports Show this semester in the Phoenix metro area. I can't wait to cover all the spring sports and meet new athletes and coaches in the area to tell their stories and who they are. Let's get rolling.
Welcome back to Thunderbird High School. Mayberry out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. We've got a real pitcher's duel on our hands. He'll face the 9-hole Caleb Sam. First pitch misses. Sam lined out to left in his first at-bat. Rocking the number 38 today. See what he can do here against Mayberry with nobody out. Next pitch just misses outside.
Any insight why he's rocking number 38 today? Did not have his size in his jersey, or what happened?
You know, I'm not too sure. Like we said, next pitch is lined up the middle. Gets over the head of Thompson. That's a base hit for Sam, who, like you said, rocking a different number today. Not really sure. They've got these Cure for Cancer jerseys on tonight. So not sure if they just forgot his number, misplaced his number. Not too sure, but nonetheless, Sam gets him started.
If I were him, I'd keep the number, because you got to hit with it.
Yep.
If I'm hitting anything, I'm keeping it on.
Baseball is surely a game of superstition as we head back to the top of the lineup, and the catcher, Donathan, struck out looking and singled in his 2 at-bats. Pitch from Mayberry is squared around a bunt. It's a good one. Mayberry picks it up, throws on to first, not in time. Great bunt and great speed from Donathan as both teams play a little small ball now.
Yeah, again, fundamental baseball. This is the kind of thing that happens when you have the fundamentals down. You open opportunities, you open doors that you could not if you don't have the fundamentals down. Like I was saying earlier, there's a whole lot of teams that think bunting is a waste of time. Well, this just shows you it's not a waste of time. It's a fundamental part of the game, especially against a pitcher like Mayberry.
Let's see if Cohill squares around a bunt. He does, and they'll say he offered at it. So that'll be the first strike from Mayberry, and Cohill's going to do what Colasar tried to do last inning. He'll try to sacrifice himself and move those runners over. Certainly don't want to pop this one up to the catcher again. Mayberry in trouble again. He'll pick off to second. Sam back in there safely.
Yeah, you don't want to have. This is the one thing where the Titans have struggled. You can't make mistakes on the bases. I mean, you work so hard to get on them. You don't want to get picked off or thrown out on the run. So keep that to a minimum, and they could score here on Mayberry.
Hill squares around a bunt again, pulls it back, counts 1-1. Mayberry in another jam. He's done a good job working out of them to this point. Squares around a bunt again, pitches in the dirt. The runners will advance. So a wild pitch from Mayberry gets by the catcher, Wyndham, and now runners are at second and third with nobody out, and that will allow Cahill to swing, and he won't be sacrificing himself anymore.
Yeah, good read by both runners. As soon as that ball got past the catcher, they advanced, and that's what you want to see. That's called good base running, ladies and gentlemen. Second and third now gives your batter, one of the best hitters you have, an opportunity to get you on the scoreboard.
Next pitch gets away as well, but like I said in the earlier innings, a really short backstop here, and it's padded, so nothing really goes too far from the catcher. Counts 3-1 on Cohill. Let's see if he can drive in some runs here. Next pitch is grounded onto second, right under the glove of Thompson. That'll score one. Here comes Donathan for the second run as the Titans take a 2-0 lead on an error by the second baseman, Thompson. That was routine play with the infield in. Would have surely held the runners, but Titans put up 2 here against Mayberry and finally break the seal.
You know, Travis Flowers is absolutely peeved at that play. And you know what? Thompson has been looking shaky all night there at second base, and one finally got past him.
Mayberry certainly was not pleased with the effort there from Thompson. Next pitch is a fastball way outside, gets away from the catcher, but Cohill isn't going anywhere at first.
It's never a good day when you get nutmegged by a baseball.
So Sam scores, Donathan scores, check on the runner on first, ball gets away. There goes Cohill to second. And he's in there standing, so sloppy baseball here from the Bulldogs as we head into the latter stages of this game.
Yeah, good read there. As soon as he dove back to first base, he checked to see where the ball was, immediately got up, took off, and now he has himself an extra base, folks.
And that was an errant throw from the pitcher Mayberry. So let's see if he can limit the damage here in the bottom of the fifth. Next pitch is in the dirt. There goes the run to the third. He was out by a mile, but the throw gets away from Wyndham. Here comes Cohill to the plate. No play, but he slides in head first. Titans extend their lead now 3-0 after some sloppy play from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'm like, if that's not Cody Bellinger or somebody in left, he's going to score home.
So Mayberry trying to find the answers here in the bottom of the fifth. He was cruising to this point, got into trouble a few times, but got out of it. Next pitch is in the dirt for a ball, and Mayberry looks like he's really frustrated out there, trying to throw as hard as he can. It's not working.
And the thing is, if you're Mayberry, you got to be upset because, I mean, you're pitching so well, and then your team can't pick you up on defense. It's going to get any pitcher, I would think, pretty peeved.
Certainly, and the next pitch to Coates was in there for a strike. Counts now 3-1. Still a hitter's count for Coates. Next pitch is a healthy cut, swung on and missed. He went down to a knee. He took such a big hack.
Yeah, he wanted to send that one to that mountain back there.
Yep.
But and why not? You're playing with house money at this point. You're up 3-0.
Up 3-0. Your pitcher's dealing. Ball's grounded on over to third. It gets through. Gets past the third baseman, Robinson. And Mayberry's looking for any out he can here in the bottom of the fifth, as that's 4 straight base runners for the Titans.
Yeah, Mayberry's are like, you know what? Maybe can I play all 9 positions and do it myself?
Like we said earlier, Bulldog roster is very thin, so I'm sure he does play almost all 9 positions, even as a lefty, but he's out on the bump here so far, in a bit of trouble here in the fifth, down 3-0 now. His first pitch squared around to bunt. Check on the runner on first is not in time. Batter's J.P. Stewart, who is 1 for 1 in this game. He singled and walked in his 2 plate appearances. He'll look to do some more damage against Mayberry and the Bulldogs here in the fifth.
Yeah, Stewart's been pretty in tune this game, having good at-bats.
Next pitch is right down the middle for a strike.
And hitting is contagious. We know that in baseball. Even if it comes off an error, people are going to continue to hit, and it's going to be hard to stop that momentum.
Lefty Mayberry comes set, checks on the runner on first. Here's the pitch. Misses high, counts now 2-1. Like I said, Mayberry's lost the feel of the zone a little bit here in the fifth. It's always frustrating when your defense can't pick you up. You got to throw more pitches, throw more intensity pitches. Next pitch is just misses low. Counts now 3-1, so Mayberry's really lost the feel of it here.
Yeah, he's letting his frustration get to him. You can see it in his face and the mannerisms and the body language. He is not pleased with this inning, and now he's kind of thrown in the towel almost.
Next pitch is swung on and missed by Stewart. Counts now full 3-2.
He's done a heck of a job. Again, he's a freshman, and these are the kind of players you want to pay attention to. If he's this good as a freshman, imagine what he can develop into by his senior year in varsity.
Exactly. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. That's a big out for Mayberry as Stewart strikes out swinging.
Yeah, Mayberry was hoping that was third out, but
Yeah, I'm sure Mayberry is going to get in bed tonight thinking about how Thompson, if he would have made that play, he could have been out of this unscathed. But here we are, 3-0 game in favor of the Titans here in the bottom of the fifth. Only 1 out, and Mayberry's got to keep throwing these high-intensity pitches. First pitch to Latopoulos misses. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single in his 2 plate appearances. A couple of nice plays out in center field. See what he can do with a runner on first here. The next pitch from Mayberry is swung on and missed. That was nasty stuff.
Yeah, Mayberry, to his credit, look, he hasn't been as sharp as he was since the defensive errors, but he's still throwing in competitive pitches and trying to get some outs.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth in a 3-0 ball game. Next pitch is way upstairs. That wasn't even close.
Well, Mayberry's upset about something.
Yeah, it looked like they might have been out of sync there. Not sure if he crossed him up or if he's just calling the wrong pitches, but Mayberry is certainly frustrated with himself, his defense, and all the above here in the fifth.
He's getting to the point where he's going to be mad at that wall behind him.
Let's see what Latopoulos does here. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Good pitch from Mayberry.
Mayberry just trying to get 3 outs, trying to get out of this inning, and hope to God that he can get some backup here in his offense.
2 strikes to Latopoulos. Is in the dirt. Counts full. Only 1 out here. Certainly don't want to walk Latopoulos and move that runner into scoring position.
It's hard to do for any pitcher, but the best thing Mayberry can do is pretend the rest of this inning hasn't happened. Just get the guy out of the plate. Focus up.
Next pitch, the runner was going, but the ball is high for ball 4, so Latopoulos takes his walk, and Coates will head on down to second. And it looks like we'll have a pitching change here. Head coach Travis Flowers walks out to the mound. See what he says to Noah Mayberry, and he will take the ball from him. So we'll head to a quick break, and we'll be back on Varsity Sports YouTube after the pitching change.
Hello, this is Maya Perez from the Varsity Sports Show here to give you a Phoenix Suns season recap so far. As of March 19th, 2025, the Suns hold a 33-37 record, placing them 10th in the NBA Western Conference. Early in the season, the Suns started off with a mix of wins and losses, struggling to find consistency. Then mid-season, they unfortunately went through a series of injuries and tough matchups that led to a challenging period for them, definitely impacting their standings. However, recently, the team has shown resilience, securing crucial victories in order to remain in playoff contention. 3 key players to all the victories: Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Grayson Allen. The remaining games are critical for the Suns, especially against teams like the Cavaliers, Bucks, and Celtics. Let's see how they do. This was Maya Perez for the Varsity Sports Show.
Drives inside, loses the ball.
From Vince, I don't know how he does it. Everything that he's doing with so many different schools, all the equipment that he has, just everything that he's put together really all by himself. I have so much respect for everything that he's set up, and giving us the opportunity to do this has been great. And because if I didn't do this, not sure how I would really get into this field. So for Vince, just the amount of respect I have for what he does and how he was able to set everything up has been amazing.
Going the extra mile like he does, I mean, sometimes, I think that's important to do, going the extra mile with stuff, and try, even though this is, not ESPN or one of these bigger companies, kind of to have that mindset when it comes to a broadcast. We're trying to, just knowing on this level that the expectation is being a professional and acting like it. And, there's obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but, just the importance of, doing your best work, and that, you could always be better.
We started with, here in Arizona at least, we started with probably testing out a live stream with 5 football games in 2019. 2020, which was ultimately was the start of the pandemic, we grew and we added probably close to 30 games that year. 2021, we doubled to 60. 2022, we did 100. This year, we're on track to do 130. It means everything to me. It's not just about.
Welcome back. We're back from the pitching change. The second baseman, Ashton Thomas, takes over for Mayberry. Thomas's first pitch is a curveball in there for a strike to Colasar. Go ahead, Jorge.
And what's hilarious is that Thomas is responsible, or Thompson, I should say.
Thompson, what? Yeah.
Is responsible for having 2 runs scored because of the ground ball that got through his legs, and now he's on the pitch.
Next pitch, runners go. Ball was in the dirt. Throw to third is not in time, so both runners move up. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out for Colasar, and the official changes as Thompson moves from second to pitcher. Number 7, Connor Heather, moves from center field to second base. and the former pitcher Noah Mayberry moves from the mound out to center field. Next pitch from Thompson is swung on and drilled into left field. That'll be a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes the second runner. He'll score. Colasar is upstanding into second as he trots his way in. So a 2 RBI double for Colasar extends the Titans' lead 5-0.
Yeah, the Goldwater team is just crumbling like the crumble cookies at this point. Just everything's going wrong. Even the relay throw, I don't know if he slipped or what happened over there in left field, but he threw it at the floor. It rolled to the shortstop, and it is just getting bad.
So pinch runner in the game for Colasar, who maybe he wasn't strolling in. Maybe it looked like he pulled something as he walked into second base. Looks like the runner on second has a number that's not on our sheet again. And we don't have a 34. So not too sure who Mystery Man is out there on second, but nonetheless, Caleb Kerr will be the batter. And I watched it back. He did strike out in his last at-bat, but umpire, like you said, gave him his 9 lives. Check on the runner on second, it's not in time. Gave him his 9 lives, and Kerr, most certainly, you can't blame the guy. I mean, he took advantage of it. Hit a single, and that's what you love to see out of Kerr, but Thompson will deal to him now.
You know, at this point, I'm starting to think that the Thunderbird Titans, you know, just went out to the school today and recruited some new folks because they all wanted to come out for a Lace Up for Pediatric Cancer event that we're having here at Thunderbird High School. It's completely possible. Nah, I'm playing, folks. Just we don't have them on the rosters for whatever reason, and a lot of times Max Preps don't get it right.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
First pitch to Kerr was swung on a miss. They checked on the runner on second. Next pitch is fouled off the catcher. That does not feel good for Wyndham. Nonetheless, it's an 0-2 count on Kerr.
Yeah, the position of catcher is one of the hardest to play in sports. It's very tough on your knees. You're squatting for 7 innings and then 9 innings, depending on what level you're at. You take hits like that. It's a tough position to play.
So runner in the game for Colasar is number 34, Anton Moya. He'll be at second here with 1 out. Pitch to Kerr is drilled to shortstop. They'll have a play. He throws it to first and retires Kerr for the second out, but Moya moves up to third. Good base running by him.
Yeah, good base running, good read, and base running has made all the difference in this game. Let me tell you, it has been when it's bad base running, you cost opportunities. When it's good base running, guess what? You're opening doors for yourself to further extend your lead. You got a 5-0 lead here.
So Kerr grounds out. Thompson finally gets an out after he let up that RBI double. Now Ramon up to the dish. Pitcher who's done a great job. Now will be pitching with a lead. Takes the first pitch for a ball.
You know, you're a big baseball guy and a big uniform guy as well. Have you ever seen?
Next pitch is popped up on the infield. Sorry to cut you off there, Jorge. Shortstop Ebgen has a play, and we'll have to get back to you in the top of the 6th.
I almost half wish he dropped it.
As we'll head there now, and we'll hear Jorge's story when we come back.
Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin Toon. I'm an Arizona native and current junior studying journalism with a focus in sports media at Northern Arizona University, and I'm so excited to be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this spring. I can't wait to bring sports stories that matter to the local Arizona community.
Hello everyone, I'm Durano Jr. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I will be an intern at the Varsity Sports Show this spring. I will be covering all of the local sports news coming out of Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a senior at Arizona State University, studying to become a sports broadcaster. I can't wait to achieve that dream. I will be giving my best sports stories throughout this semester.
Hey everyone, my name is Evan Rodriguez from Arizona State University, and I am interning for the Varsity Sports Show this semester. I am originally from Seattle, Washington, and fell in love with sports at a very young age.
My favorite sports team is the Seattle Seahawks. My passion for sports is what led me to the sports journalism career, and I know I can excel at that with the Varsity Sports Show internship.
Hi, my name is Will Case. Born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, I am now a junior majoring in sports journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University. I'll be working with Varsity Sports this semester, creating all types of content and broadcasting high school games across the valley. I started reporting on sports news by creating video packages in high school, and from there, I knew I wanted to become a sports broadcaster. Through Blaze Radio and this opportunity at Varsity Sports, I hope to continue developing as a person and as a broadcaster.
Welcome back to the ballpark. As you saw my lovely commercial to finish off that. But we're here for the top of the sixth nonetheless. 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Titans. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Bulldogs. So decently clean game. Flying along here as Ramon's out for his 6th inning of work. He's done a fabulous job here so far.
If you meant decently clean game for Ramon, then I agree with you. But if you're talking about decently clean game overall, I gotta check the replay, Will. It has been absolutely atrocious at times, the base running and all that. But all in all, entertaining game to say the least.
Yeah, the next pitch is in there for a strike, and the errors don't always tell the story of the clean game, so I got fooled myself. Like you said, there's been runners thrown out on the base paths, there's been mental mistakes, there's been bunts popped up to the catcher, all stuff that is frustrating stuff you don't want to see. Next pitch is in the dirt for a strike.
Swings at pitches that are 3 feet from home plate.
That was not great. Ramon had the 9-hole Spadell fooled, and he swung at a pitch that bounced before the plate, and the catcher Donathan tagged him out before he even went to run down. So we'll head back to the top of the Bulldog lineup in Wyndham. He struck out and popped up to the pitcher his last time up. First pitch hits him, and he'll head down to first. That's the first mistake Ramon has made pretty much all day.
Yeah, Ramon's done a heck of a job, and I keep saying that because it's true. Strikeouts, very few walks allowed, not a lot of hits allowed either. He's done a heck of a job this whole game and really keeping his composure and staying focused and not getting overconfident, staying in the zone, executing on his pitches. And that's the mark of a great pitcher.
And the one thing Ramon doesn't want to do here is let up free bases. He just doesn't want to hurt himself. He wants to make this Bulldog team earn it, which he's been doing all day as Braden Evgen rolls in. He's popped up to second in both of his plate appearances. First pitch from Ramon is lined into the 5-6 hole, and that'll get through. So our shortstop Coates can't make another spectacular play, and Evgen will be on via the single.
Because I can tell you right now, the Goldwater folks are very upset about this game. The errors, the base running, everything. So the fact that they've gotten 2 hits to start off right now could build some momentum. And the last thing, if you're Ramon, you don't want to be giving up hits like hotcakes. You know, you want to get them out quick.
Hits like hotcakes. I think I'm going to keep that one in the bank, so I'll shout you out when I use that next, Jorge. Next pitch from Mayberry's drilled down the right field line. It'll stay fair. This will certainly score some Bulldog runs. Here comes the first runner. Here comes the second runner, Evgen, and Mayberry is into third with a triple.
You know, Mayberry's like, yeah, you see that? Yeah. That's exactly what he's thinking right now. Getting revenge on Ramon, getting those 2 RBIs and getting a triple off that. Very nicely done there, helping out his team, getting his team back into this game, building momentum. Look how fired up they are right now in the Goldwater dugout.
They certainly are, as Mayberry says, take that to Ramon, and next pitch is skied into center field. Center fielder Latopoulos has a play. Here comes the runner Mayberry from third. No throw. He's in there standing, so 3 quick runs in response to the Titans' 5 in the bottom of the 5th, and the Bulldogs are only down 2 here late.
What an absolutely turn of events. Yeah. What a comeback here. Yeah. We were just talking. It was 5-0. 2 minutes ago it was 5-0. Now it's 5-3.
Yeah,
this is baseball.
That was a shock to the system. We had a hit by pitch, a single, a triple, and a sac fly, and all of a sudden this game's close again. Now 5-3. First pitch to the 5-hole Robertson is a ball.
There's 2 out though, so.
Yeah, Ramon just likes to work quick. Whether he's not giving up runs, whether he's giving up runs, as Robertson lines one into left field, that'll be a base hit. So the Bulldogs, 3rd time around, finally jumping on Ramon, and see if they can add a few more here with 2 outs in the 6th.
It's that old adage, the time you get through the order the third time around, it's tough because they've seen all your pitches multiple times. They figured out your timing and your delivery, so it's harder for the pitcher to get through the entire order the third time around. And we're seeing that right now.
And statistically, that's typically the case, and it's playing out here for the Bulldogs. First pitch to Blanco's grounded onto short. He'll flip it to second and go the easy way for the third out. So Ramon, another quick inning, but he does give up 3, and the Bulldogs answer will go to the bottom of the 6th.
Greetings, folks and fans of the Varsity Sports Show. My name is Jorge Montiel. I am a graduating senior this semester. Just like you, I enjoy learning about coaches and teams and seeing what makes teams tick. I like to dig in and tell their stories through the camera. I'm excited about joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester and look forward to bringing you quality content weekly on local Arizona sports. I will see you at the game.
Hello everyone, my name is McKenna Kellums and I'm going to be an intern at the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming spring 2025. I will be covering all the local sports news coming out of Arizona's Maricopa County. I'm a junior at Arizona State University, studying to become a sports broadcaster, and I'm very excited to be able to step closer to making that dream a reality by giving everyone Arizona's best sports stories every single week.
Hello, my name is Jordan Rivera, a senior at the University of Las Vegas, Nevada, and this semester I get the honor of interning with the Varsity Sports Show. Ever since I was young, I've been infatuated with sports, the ins, the outs, the analytics, and now I get the chance to bring that knowledge and that passion to the world. I can't wait to showcase all the talented athletes and programs around the Las Vegas Valley here from the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to T-Bird Baseball. We're here for the bottom of the 6th after that answer from the Bulldogs. First pitch is in there for a strike from Thompson.
Yeah, not getting back to it.
Yep,
Thompson.
Yep.
You know, Thompson, usually you get those pants that like have those strings on them. You tighten it up above the knees, but Thompson's pants, as this play is made out here in left field. Good job, left fielder.
That was Stewart, by the way.
Stewart. Good job, Stewart. His pants look like they're bigger than they actually are. I think he has long pants, but he just rolled them up. And it looks so funny to me. You ever seen that? Anybody have long pants and they just roll them up like that?
You know, before I pitch in, I totally lied to you, Stewart. That was not Stewart. That was Bastidos for the Bulldogs. But
okay, everybody you can blame Will Case here on
to answer your question, first pitch to the new batter, Donathan
back
Zabal.
to the pants.
Yeah.
Back to the pants.
That's the new age. You know, a lot of people, you'll see it at Saguaro High School as well, cover a lot of them, is they put the pants above the knees as this pitch is drilled into the 5-6 hole for a base hit. But Thompson, yeah, so they get longer socks. Sometimes they even do double socks, which it looks like he might almost have as well. He's got that thicker sock. And then they roll it above the knees. That's that new style. That's that new age of youngsters. You know, Thompson's just a freshman, so that's that new style you'll see in baseball here soon, Jorge. You know, it hasn't really filtered up to the major leagues, but you know, the youngsters, they call it drip now. So I think Thompson is saying, you know, you guys are talking about my drip right now. So that's the explanation you get, Jorge. I don't know if you accept it or not, but that's what you get.
I'm a sports broadcaster, okay? And I've never been at a loss of words, but I am now after that explanation.
I mean, that's the best I can give you. His next pitch is swung on and missed by Cohill. It's really just the younger age. They're gonna find any way to look good on the field. You know, the old adage, look good, play good. They really take that to heart as they check on the runner on first, not in time. So they're going to make sure that they look good on the field any way they can. And one of those new styles, you know, it's just they filter. I mean, sometimes it's a necklace, sometimes it's wrist tape, sometimes it's this, sometimes it goes to the cleats. But the new thing is the pants above the knees, and that's what Thompson's rocking right now. As the pitch hits Cohill, he'll head down to first base.
If he gives up more runs, he might want to change his socks. Love that song. I mean, there's been the song choices we were informed are being chosen by the parents, and I gotta say, some of these parents, they have some taste. You got the Beastie Boys, you got Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just some great artists being played here tonight. Nothing gets me more pumped up than good music, and especially at the ballpark.
Of course. Next pitch to Coates. The 3-hole he was way out in front. It's fouled for a strike. Counts 0-1 with 1 out. Scores now 5-3 in favor of the Titans after a bit of a wonky bottom of the 5th and a weird top of the 6th, excuse me. But let's see if the Titans can answer here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Yeah, I mean, they have a great opportunity here. Man on first and second, only 1 out.
Pitch to Coates. He's drilled into right center field. Mayberry does not have a play, and it'll get away from him. Here comes the runner from second. It's going to be a close play at the plate, and he's in there head first. They got the other runner hung up, though. This is Cohill in a rundown between third and home. Thompson will run him back. And Evgen, the shortstop, will tag him out. So Cohill's out on the base pass. Nonetheless, Coates will pick up an RBI single and tack on another run for the Titans.
Yeah. Got overzealous there, tried to do too much with it. I don't know if coach sent him or not, but it looks like he wanted him to score on that, and maybe the runner in front of him, slowed up and cost them another run.
Yeah, Cohill was right on the heels of Donathan there, so not too sure if he saw the go sign. Did Cohill from the third base coach for Donathan and thought it was for him, but gets out on the base path, which has happened a few times here. So sloppy play, like you said. Next batter for the Titans is J.P. Stewart. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch just misses. So runner on second is Austin Coates, who just drove in that runner via a single, advanced to second on the throw.
Yeah, that was almost a disastrous play by Mayberry. He kind of took that play for granted, but he was able to reel it in right immediately after it hit off his glove, get it back in, and they were able to get at least that 1 out.
Next pitch is a looping curveball swung on and missed by J.P. Stewart. Yeah, that ball was stung into right center field. Slightly misplayed by Mayberry out in center. Probably still frustrated from his outing. As Thompson took over for him. Next pitch is fouled out of play. We'll do it again at 1-2.
And it seems to have started raining now.
Yep, just hearing the trickles on our tent. Definitely wind is picked up. Chilly day here in Phoenix. Yeah, it starts to rain here in the bottom of the 6th. Fans will run for cover. Next pitch is a curveball that misses. Counts now 2-2.
Yeah, I was getting residue on my hands. I'm like, either you're spitting on me or it's starting to rain. I'm going to go with it's starting to rain.
It's starting to rain for sure, Jorge. And bit of a weird day here now in April here in Phoenix. Usually we're almost touching the triple digits, but in the 60s and raining. Next pitch is bounced up the middle. Evgen makes the play and throws it on over to first for the out. So Thompson gets out. Only 1 run given up. Scores now 6-3 as we head to the 7th.
Hey everyone, my name is Jimmy Forsini and I'll be interning at the Varsity Sports Show this spring. I'll be bringing you all the local sports news that comes out of Southern Arizona. I'm a senior at the University of Arizona studying broadcast journalism, and I can't wait to take a step towards my dreams by giving you Southern Arizona's best sports stories each and every week.
Hello everybody, my name is Tyler Wargo and I'm an intern at Varsity Sports Show this upcoming year, and I'm honored to give you local coverage regarding sports within the Valley. A little bit about myself, I am a senior studying in sports journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, located at Arizona State University. And again, I am very honored to give you guys the coverage that you guys want to see regarding sports within the Valley.
Hello, my name's Ethan Hall, born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll be working with Varsity Sports this season, producing shows across the Valley from high school to the college level. I got my start in the Northwest Valley working with PSBN, producing shows on the high school level. Then went to continue on to Arizona State University, working on Cronkite News. I can hope to continue my journey, producing great shows for great people.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, where chaos has ensued. We're getting poured on now, Jorge.
Yeah, it's raining cats and freaking dogs. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, even my notes are getting wet because of the ricochet. I'm going to bring this up because Too bad. You were complaining about the tent that we set up earlier, and I gotta say, thank you, RJ, for bringing the tent. RJ's our technical director, because if we didn't have this tent, we'd be soaking wet right now.
It would not be good. Shout out to our director, RJ. Shout out to both of our camera people, Connor Palak out in center field, and McKenna Kellums down the line for this beautiful day, and they're thugging it out there with the cameras. No protection for them. First pitch to Thompson with those high socks is a ball. Ramon looking to go complete game here. Next pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 count here in the top of the 7th as you see us getting poured on.
Yeah, all the fans are coming at us now because we have the shelter. This is absolutely incredible. I guess the term beautiful day means nothing to you anymore.
Pitch from Ramon is dribbled on to third. Kerr will throw it on to first, and he gets him. Head first slide from Thompson is not in time as water's leaking everywhere on us.
Our gear, our paper, you gotta be freaking serious.
We're adjusting ourselves as we speak. Forgive us for any technical problems.
It's like I'm staying at Rainforest Cafe.
Yep. We have a pinch hitter in the game for the Bulldogs. It's no, we don't. It's just number 12, Jesus Bastidos, facing Ramon. First pitch is swung on and fouled back. As we are in shambles, folks, I must say. Umpire will come talk to Ramon. Let's see if they're going to extend this game. They might just call it. Umpire's going to talk to Ramon, see if he is able to get a grip on that ball. As Bastidos comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a line out and a fly out to center field so far today. He'll try to start the rally for the Bulldogs as Ramon tries to go complete game, only giving up 3 runs. Jorge, you in shock or are you going to pitch in?
I've lost my seat here because we're trying to save the gear, so excuse me if I don't get a couple of words in. Who's play-by-play, Will? Who's play-by-play? Is it you or is it me?
Next pitch to Bastidos is fouled back. 1 out here in the 7th.
All right, 1 out in the 7th, 6-3. You know, Ramon's got guts pitching in this thing.
Yeah. Ramon has done it all today.
I'd be like, if we can call it now, that'd be greatly appreciated. That's what I'd be saying out there.
Next pitch is a looping curveball fouled off by Bastidos. Count is 0-2 with 1 out here in the 7th.
And when I say we're getting drenched, folks.
We are getting drenched.
We're getting drenched.
We are getting drenched.
Our gear, it looks like we threw it in the bathtub. That's what it looks like. We are just completely soaked out here.
The 0-2 pitch from Ramon is grounded to second base. Second baseman Sam will have a play. Throws it up the line, but gets the out. So that'll be 2 outs here in the 7th. Bit of a wonky play there from the second baseman Sam. Threw it on over to Moya at first.
He almost fell on his face because how freaking wet the field is.
Yeah, the bases surely are slippery here now. Rain is slowing up, but everything's wet. Thank God for 2 outs here in the 7th as the batter for the Bulldogs. Number 5, pinch hitter Carson Corbridge. He's hitting .286 this year. He'll take first pitch ball.
Yeah, you got to love this weather. It's hot and cold and hot and cold, and it's dry and it's wet. And it's in between. This is ridiculous.
Corbridge pinch hitting for Spadell. Next pitch is in there for a strike. So Ramon looking to go complete game and earn himself a win. Tight ball game here, 6-3. Corbridge will try to get the rally started and pass the bat. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Counts now 1-2.
Good pitch by Ramon, bottom of the zone there. Getting the swing and miss, going right after the batter here, trying to end this game, which I do greatly appreciate.
Like to shout out Patrick Ramon here for his efforts today. Next pitch is a curveball, clips the edge of the zone. Ramon gives a celebration, and that's the ball game.
He never had a shot there. What a beautiful curveball. He just stood there and looked at it. And next thing you know, this game is over. Beautiful performance there by Ramon.
Gave him the old-fashioned Uncle Charlie for strike 3 as the Thunderbird Titans pick up the win against the Goldwater Bulldogs 6-3. Titans with 12 hits in 1 air. Bulldogs with 5 hits in 1 air. As the Titans come out on top in this wonky game, I must say. I mean, it was kind of all over the place. The weather, the play, the hits, the runs, but nonetheless, that is the ball game as the Titans take this one. I'm Will Case alongside Jorge Montiel. We thank you for tuning in on Varsity Sports YouTube.